Good evening. You're watching the Diamond Newsdesk at 18:45. These are your leading stories. 3 killed in road accident in Chipili. Church rejects revised constitutional amendment bill number 7 of 2025. And UPND cadres halt renovation works at Chinsali Main Market. Voting opens for the 2025 Diamond TV Personality of the Year Awards. Do stay tuned for the details. Always happy for you to join us on the Diamond News Desk each and every day. My name is Tapongoma with the details. Our first story this evening: 3 people have died in a road accident that happened yesterday around 16 hours at Luchinka village in Chief Mutipula's area along the Mansa Luwingu Road in Chipili district. The accident involved a Zhongtong bus registration ASB 2374 of P-Mwansa bus services, which first struck a parked Toyota Corolla, fatally hitting its driver before ramming into a Howo truck loaded with maize. The truck's tailgate and trailer lights were damaged. 1 bus passenger died on the spot, while several others sustained serious injuries. Mansa General Hospital confirmed receiving 18 victims, 2 of whom were brought in dead. A 3rd victim, one of the critically injured, died today around 14 hours, raising the death toll to 3.
A stretch of road so smooth, yet all too familiar for tragedy, has again taken lives. The Mansa Luwingu Road witnessed a crash that killed 2 people instantly, leaving families and communities in shock. The accident involved a Zhongtong bus from P-Mwansa Services, which hit a stationary Toyota Corolla, killing its driver on the spot. The bus then lost control and collided with a truck ahead, striking its trailer.
Due to the impact, 1 male Clinton Mulilo, age 24, an immigration officer from Nakonde, sustained fatal injuries and died on the spot. 2, male adult Mutarima Benjamin sustained fatal injuries and died on the spot.
Earlier, a bus headed to Congo caught fire while carrying goods, destroying the vehicle and cargo despite the fire department's efforts. Eyewitnesses say the blaze added confusion and delays, settling the stage for the deadly crash.
Basi oro yare isa ya ishana ya brakes ya fili kwa kuisa itinga muri kadaka nono nokupunko mwene wa moto kaida ine ino na ye na afuira passport paka ya isa itinga futu muri ine track ya efa ya isendera matawa ya wa efara ya ipa mona mwena abantu.
Disturbed by the death of the Toyota Corolla driver and the loss of one of his passengers, he recounts the harrowing moments of the crash.
Masains takwadi wina kulanga chopa pa down pada padi firestika so shemo na fe ya no malambo kuteremko kusama na bus Land Cruiser ya police ile isa flash so na sai shokunyanta ma brakes nomba ya kana then the Land Cruiser after yapita alo na sajo ina kuleni ukine kwa Land Cruiser then after that inishi na bachita allow truck ukupita so ile yashire ambo kupita nomba kwa kuine kuleni uko nali eko yashire ingira no so kwa kutindea kwa issue paka kwa other side na kwenda kwa ya mamotoka so ifuna yashire umamuli mwine mu truck.
Mansa General Hospital has discharged some victims, while others remain admitted with serious injuries but are responding well to treatment.
2 of those patients who are admitted to the intensive care unit are doing well now, they are stable. Though unfortunately, 1 has succumbed to the injuries this afternoon. He was in a very critical condition. So currently, we have in our casualty patients, we have 2 patients who are stable, 1 female and 1 male. So bringing the total number of patients who are admitted to our facility currently to 5.
As communities mourn the lives lost, thoughts and prayers go out to the injured. Kalombe Kapambwe, Diamond News.
The Zambian Conference of Catholic Bishops, ZCCB, has rejected the move to reintroduce the revised Constitutional Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025 in Parliament. In a statement, ZCCB says reports that Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti, intends to call for a special sitting on Thursday, 2nd October 2025, to table the bill, undermine democratic accountability. The bishops have urged MPs to reject the bill until a transparent and participatory process is undertaken. Meanwhile, Lusaka lawyer Celestine Mkandila and former Lumezi MP Munia Zulu have petitioned Chief Justice Dr. Mumba Malila to set up a tribunal to probe alleged misconduct by Justice Minister Princess Kasune.
On the 26th of June, 2025, Parliament deferred the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025 following President Hakainde Hichilema's directive that the deliberations be postponed to allow for wider consultations. Exactly 97 days after the deferment, it is alleged that the Speaker of the National Assembly, Ms. Nelly Muti, intends to call for a special sitting of the National Assembly. It is for this reason the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, ZCCB, has disapproved the intentions to introduce the revised Bill 7 on the floor of the House. The Council says the current amendment process has been tightly controlled by the executive, with limited consultation from citizens, civil societies, traditional leaders, and faith-based organizations. ZCCB has also noted with concern that the Zambia Judicial Service Commission reportedly conducted interviews for judges between September 22nd and September 26th with the intention to fill vacancies in the superior courts, but the appointment process lacks transparency and might erode public confidence in the courts. Meanwhile, former Member of Parliament Munia Zulu and lawyer Celestine Mukandila have petitioned Chief Justice Dr. Mumba Malila to constitute a tribunal to investigate the alleged misconduct by Justice Minister Princess Kasune, who they accuse of defying a constitutional court ruling which nullified the reintroduction of the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025. Cherish Siwate for Diamond News.
Joining us now is Lusaka lawyer Celestine Mkandila to give us more details on this matter. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Mkandila. What can you tell us as far as updates regarding this matter? Seem to be having some connection issue there. We will try to reconnect. This is Celestine Mkandila, who's joining us this evening to discuss on the particular matter with regards to this matter. Mr. Mkandila, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. The question posed to you was any updates with regards to this particular matter in court?
Yeah, so ideally, because we received a positive judgment, we had requested the minister to withdraw that bill because the bill was declared unconstitutional. We equally requested the Speaker of the National Assembly to withdraw the bill for it being unconstitutional. And the Constitutional Court was extremely explicit that the only way in which a Constitution of Zambia bill can be couched, it should be by way of the Zambian government or the respondent coming up with a committee of experts that will be able to get views from the Zambian people as a form of consultation. Now, because the minister decided not to withdraw the bill, we have decided to request the Chief Justice to institute or to constitute a tribunal to investigate the misconduct of the minister, because that is a clear violation of the Constitution. Remember, the Constitutional Court is a constitutional body. It's a constitutional creature. By virtue of whatever decisions emanate from the Constitutional Court must be respected by every individual in this country. And in this respect, because the minister decided not to withdraw the bill, we have since requested the Chief Justice to institute that tribunal pursuant to the Parliamentary and Ministerial Code of Conduct Act, Chapter 16 of the Laws of Zambia. And further to this, the other action we have taken to just ensure that our colleagues should start respecting the law and the Constitution of the Republic. We have since filed in summons to commence contempt proceedings and committal proceedings against the Minister of Justice today, as well as the Speaker of the National Assembly. Because you see, there is no justification for these two constitutional office bearers to violate the constitutional provisions. Because by now we would have expected that the Speaker of the National Assembly would have taken it upon herself in her own right to withdraw Bill 7 from that floor of the House, following the declaration by the Constitutional Court that it was unconstitutional. Would have expected that. Further to this, the minister equally should have withdrawn it. Failure by these two individuals to act in the best interest and in the spirit of the Constitution is a violation and a dereliction of the constitutional provisions. And therefore, these two colleagues are in contempt of court, and we are only hopeful that the court will grant us the leave to commence contempt proceedings. And I am even hoping that for the first time in the history of Zambia, we will have a minister, a serving minister, going to prison for violating a court process. And I'm hopeful that we're going to be successful. And the Speaker of the National Assembly going to prison for being in contempt of court. So this is the direction we have taken, because we want to respect and protect the sanctity of the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia.
Celestine Mkandida there, lawyer, giving us the details on this story. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we will be monitoring this story and giving you updates as it continues to unfold. More stories on the news desk this evening. Voting has officially opened for the 2025 Personality of the Year Awards Portiers, following the close of nominations on 25th September. Diamond TV Senior Manager of Content Dingindaba, Jonah Buyoya, launched the voting phase earlier today while unveiling this year's categories.
The nominees. Let's talk a little about the impact that the Personality of the Year Awards has brought to not only Zambian media, but also the Zambian community at large, as well as its culture.
I think that it has been very influential. Since the Personality of the Year Awards, there are various award ceremonies that have been brought forward, and all of them are there to recognize personalities similar to this. I think that is impact, that we're helping people realize that there's a need for people to be recognized. And I have to say that, you know, these are People's Choice Awards, so they may not exactly reflect the specific best personality for a category, but it is the choice of the people.
You mentioned that in its growth, there's been an expansion of these categories, and those are some new categories that I'd like you to highlight.
This year, one of the categories that we've got is the TikTok Creator of the Year. We've got the Facebook Creator of the Year. We've got the Zambian Film of the Year as a category that has been introduced. We've got the Pageant Queen of the Year. We are recognizing a podcast, and this is the Podcast of the Year. We've got the Radio Personality of the Year. These are categories that we've added on to try and recognize people that are doing well, that are doing great for our community, but have not been recognized previously, or are not being, I don't know, they need more recognition. So that's the reason why we are bringing these categories. The total number of categories in this year's Personality of the Year Awards is 26. And some of these categories are chosen by a council, which is the Diamond TV Personality of the Year Awards Council. This is 5 categories. 21 categories are up for public vote and nomination, and then the other 5 will be decided by an expert council.
Interesting. Now, I think it's time we get to the main event. I wanted to say the big event, but this is the opening, official opening of the voting stage today.
Well, the voting stage is open.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, I guess that's, I don't know how to do it, but I guess that's it, yeah?
Well, that's all that has to be done for now, at least starting today.
So excited for the Personality of the Year Awards this year. We do encourage you to vote for your favorite personalities. We're going for a break, and when we get back, more stories that are making headlines on the Diamond News Desk this evening.
Scoop it, mix it, shake it, or bake it. How you stay snacked up is up to you. Delight Grown Ups Family Cereal. Your day, your way.
We all play differently. Some live for the thrill, some play chill. But it's the emotions that unite us. Bets for everyone. Reveal yourself. 1xBet.
The question every business asks itself is, what will the future of our business look like? What will the growth and sustainability of our business look like? There is a company that rises every day with purpose and inspiration to answer those questions. We are committed to understanding the changing needs of a digital world, challenging tradition and doing things different and better, creating new pathways and possibilities. We are at the center of the local digital evolution. Infratel is giving you Azure Stack cloud services for your 360 digital transformation. Azure Stack offers solutions that are secure with zero downtime, scalable, and affordable. At Infratel, we are answering the call for your digital future because we speak digital. The future is now with Infratel's Cloud9. Join the Cloud9 revolution and take your business to greater heights. Contact Infratel on +260 211 427 200 or email sales@infratel.co.zm.
If you ask Kennedy, what came first, the chicken or the egg? He'd say both. He was always chasing the big money maker. Until he realized it was right in front of him. As a construction worker, Kennedy sat down and realized he could actually apply for a loan with Unify. So he put all his eggs in one basket and went from Kankuku Kangono to Chicken King. Unify, making life easy.
Imagine having nature's secrets to health and vitality in a bottle. Introducing Lifeway Shot Health Drink. Ginger for digestion. Beetroot for stamina. Aloe vera for skin. Tamarind for metabolism. Baobab for immune support. Lifeway Shot. Embrace wellness naturally.
Miss
VIP.
Magnetic Perfumes.
Dream.
In order to give road users easy access to insurance and road tax, Madison General Insurance Company Limited and RATSA have introduced QR code certificates. This means you can print road tax and insurance on standard white A4 paper. But how do you make sure your certificates are valid? Easy! Here's how. Only buy from authorized sales representatives, accredited insurance brokers, or directly from our offices. Buy insurance and road tax online from online.madison.co.zm. Scan your certificates using a QR code scanner, which can be downloaded from the Google Play Store or the App Store.
Call 4848. MGen, it's worth it.
Golden liquid. waves of gold foaming, cut to reveal more gold. It's easy to make a beer that looks gold, but to make a beer that wins gold, that's a different story. Carling Black Label, Africa's most awarded beer. Enjoy responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18.
Welcome back. You're watching the Diamond News Desk at 1845 with me, Tapiwa Ngoma. So glad you could stay with us. Tonse Alliance acting chairperson, Given Lubinda, has dismissed a list of purported alliance leaders released by Chris Zumani Zimba and Sean Tembo, saying it has no authority. Mr. Lubinda, appearing on Diamond TV's breakfast show, said only Alliance Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda can convene meetings or issue official statements. He stressed that the late chairperson, Edgar Lungu, never sanctioned the list. Mr. Nakachinda added he will soon call a meeting to resolve ongoing disputes in the alliance. He also condemned cadres who disrupted a press briefing at Sean Tembo's residence, demanding a full report of the incident. The chaos in the alliance occurred days ago when PF cadres stormed Mr. Tembo's home, halting a scheduled press briefing by a section of alliance leaders.
Confusion continues to swirl within the Tonse Alliance. What began with a disrupted press briefing at Sean Tembo's residence has now deepened, following the release of a list of purported leaders by Chris Zumani Zimba and Tembo himself. But for Alliance acting chairperson Given Lubinda has rubbished the list, making it clear on Diamond TV's breakfast show that only the Secretary General of the Tonse Council of Leaders, Raphael Nakachinda, has the mandate to call for meetings or issue official communication.
Anything released by Dr. Zumani, Sean Tembo and company, which does not include the Tonse Council of Leaders, cannot be attached to the Tonse Council of Leaders. What I can suggest to members of the public is that they must only receive information that is published by the office of the Secretary General of the Tonse Council of Leaders. There is nothing that is happening with the Tonse Alliance. The Tonse Alliance will be holding a meeting when Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda calls for it.
Peter Chanda, the NCP leader, describes the list as a hoax.
The publication of the list that was announced yesterday, purporting that President ECL left a list of appointments to be made, is a hoax. Amongst those appointments that ECL made, the bloated list that was unleashed yesterday demonstrates the fact that PF in itself is divided. There is also now a demonstration of the fact that Tonse Alliance is not as united as we expect.
Tonse Alliance Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda says all this will be resolved, condemning the behavior of PF cadres.
To have our cadres take it upon themselves to try and disrupt a meeting speaks to the fact that even when we had expressed as leaders that the matters that involves Patriotic Front and the matters that involves Tonse Alliance, we are well capable to resolve them. And to that effect, we condemn what happened yesterday, and as Secretary General, because some of them are non-members of PF, I want to take responsibility and say that we regret what happened yesterday.
Amid competing statements and disruptions, the Tonse Alliance remains caught in a battle of legitimacy, with its true leadership still a subject of public debate. Victoria Kayeye Yambani, Diamond News.
UPND officials in Chinsali have ordered contractor HASOP Zambia Limited to stop renovating the Chinsali main market, accusing the company of working against government. Chinsali UPND youth chairperson Innocent Nsukutu, with about 15 cadres, has forced the contractor off-site. He alleged HASOP managing director Harrison Piri, also proprietor of Radio Delight Kwitonta, uses the station to insult President Hakainde Hichilema. Mr. Nsunkutu further questioned town clerk Zakeo Mbao for awarding contracts to people allegedly aligned with the opposition. HASOP was contracted under the 2025 Constituency Development Fund to renovate the market's ablution block.
Just continue working. Just continue working.
ngati wakusanga eve tukachita ukatwala mulando kolefa utukaba president yonse every day kareto kove kare ngati waturande bola kana nokuranda po ule itembwana ove barabena abena nani kana evare samu kutukakateka parade utira baba yupendi wakumalelo badi wasa mukutafinisha hapa ukufumalelo tukakumana hapo hapo 200 sawa eve no pere kule chuku stapanganda pamwa
urela ndanganani
iwe ndera ndanga yo chairman wa UPND
district provision
iwe kata fatile sto
ewe kula ndani so they came to disrupt the works and start threatening me that they are going to beat me. I'm very, very much disappointed, and the Chinsali Municipal Council gave me the stop order. Yeah, I've been given a stop order. First, I have to halt the works until further notice, until when this problem is resolved.
You're watching the Diamond News Desk at 18:45 with me, Tapiwa Ngoma. We take a break. We'll be back very soon.
The meaning of life is not to simply exist, but to move ahead, to rise up and achieve, to conquer. Introducing Kung Fu Energy Drink, your push for the next conquests. Kung Fu Energy Drink, master the power.
Attention farmers, agro-dealers, agro-businesses, and all agriculture enthusiasts. Mark your calendars for yet another exciting event. The Show Society proudly presents a one-stop shop for all your farming needs. The second Agro Input and Machinery Expo. Join us on 3rd and 4th October 2025 at the Polo B Fields in the Showgrounds for trade days to remember. Let's go farmer or just starting out, it's your chance to connect, learn, and grow. It's 2 exciting days of buying, selling, and networking. To secure your spot, call us on 0977 762076 or 0957 451185. Email marketing@acsz.co.zm. And guess what? Admission is free.
As a young mom, you're not always sure that you're doing it right. Choosing the best baby care products for your child can sometimes be difficult. So I asked a pediatric nurse for advice, and she recommended BabyMed. Hypoallergenic skincare products specially formulated to suit my baby's fragile and sensitive skin. A complete range of products that makes every baby bath time a moment of tenderness and well-being. BabyMed, his first expert skincare.
Umubamabamo watulile ngoma. Consistency enables one to achieve his or her goals. But that responsibility comes with its own challenges.
When that time of the month comes, it's never easy, but I must be ready.
Ukunkala kwangu pano padera, nosebenzera abana. Masiku yanangu, yombwika bwino. Lomba yakini, mbwika lini bwino.
They say you look after wealth, but knowledge looks after you.
In all my years as a wife and as a mother,
something always had my back in painful times.
For fevers, headaches, muscle aches, and backaches, the recommendation is
Panadol.
Panadol. Panadol.
Panadol.
Panadol. Pharmanova, saving lives since 1980.
Chucky. Yummy. Chucky. Chucky.
Indulge your taste cravings with Chucky's bars, made with real chocolate and vanilla. Chucky's, munch on.
Welcome back. You're watching the Diamond News Desk at 18:45 with me, Tapiwa Ngoma. Our next story takes us all the way to South Africa, where an East London Magistrates Court has found South African opposition leader and EFF President Julius Malema guilty of unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition. His co-accused and bodyguard, Adrian Snyman, was acquitted. The case arose from a 2018 incident in which Malema discharged a firearm at a public event. He is expected to be sentenced in January 2026.
They've been looking for me. They were not looking for accused number 2. They were just playing games, and today they came out openly.
South Africa's opposition leader and economic freedom fighters president Julius Malema risks serving up to 15 years in prison after being found guilty of unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition. The East London Magistrates Court has delivered the verdict, while his co-accused and bodyguard Adrian Snyman has been acquitted.
You are found guilty as charged. Accused 2, Mr. Snyman, in respect of counts 4 and 6, you are found not guilty and discharged.
The case arose from a viral 2018 video showing Malema firing several shots into the air during the EFF's anniversary celebrations in the Eastern Cape. He is expected to be sentenced in January next year. This marks Malema's second conviction in less than 2 months, following a recent conviction for hate speech. Both Malema and Snyman had faced charges of unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition, discharging a firearm in a public space, and reckless endangerment, among others. Elfie Mwale Shampande, Diamond News.
Malawi President-elect Arthur Peter Mutharika has warned government officials against engaging in corruption during the transition period. Through his spokesperson, Shadrack Namalomba, Mutharika vowed to counsel irregular contracts or last-minute deals once in office and hold accountable those involved.
It's a familiar anxiety for Malawians, the transition period between governments, a time when historically the wheels of bureaucracy can spin a little bit quickly and public resources can seem vulnerable. But now, a clear and unambiguous message from President-elect Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. In a statement delivered by his spokesperson, Shadrack Namalomba, Mutharika has issued a stern warning to any public official thinking of using this window for corrupt or irregular activities. His message is simple: you will be held accountable. This is a direct response to the growing whispers and public concern over last-minute contracts, questionable promotions, and strategic transfers, a trend that has plagued past transitions. Mutharika assures the nation that his incoming administration will not stand for it. Any decision made not in public interest but for personal or political gain will be declared null and void. Meanwhile, prices of fuel released by the Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority (MERA) has seen a rise in petroleum products by 33% since November 2023. Local media reports this sharp increase has raised concern from different actors, especially that it has come immediately after elections on September 16th. Samuel Sylvester Kwame, Diamond News, Eastern Zambia.
Samuel's report brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have the 8 p.m. bulletin coming up in a few minutes, so do stick around and see what more stories are making headlines there. And this is where we close it off. My name is Tapongoma. As always, it's always a pleasure bringing you these stories. We do encourage you to join us at 8 p.m. Have a pleasant evening, and God bless.